Why do we care? There's a worship of material wealth. How big does the house need to be? How fast does the car need to be? Who gives, like, what kind of clothes you have to wear? At some point, like, what does it even matter?
Well, I was at a workshop once. The keynote speaker said, "Did you ever grow up worrying about how you looked?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then they go, "Why did you worry about how people perceived you?" Nobody cares. They only care about how they feel. When you're worried about yourself, usually other people are not even noticing. It's all in your head. And there's truth to that. I figured that out when I was a young adult. And I realized I did worry too much about what everybody thought, but now I don't really care as much because I know that I just got to worry about myself because nobody really cares about me, right?
People they're on their phone all the time. They're not even looking
They're
at you.
distracted.
No
That's what I'm
disrespect.
saying. That's what I'm saying in general. Because
Yeah.
we're always teased. That's probably what it was.
Yeah, we were bullied.
I was bullied. I started getting really self-conscious about what I was wearing and how I looked. And then the person said, "Nobody's really looking at you because they're more worried about themselves." And it was just a general statement to the audience. It wasn't directed to me. But then I said, it's true. Why do we put so much pressure on what other people think? Who are they? They're nobody to you, so why does it matter? And once I figured that out, then I started to be freer. Like, you're almost imprisoned about what society thinks, but society is you. It's a world now where it's okay to bully people and shame people and humiliate, and everybody laughs. It's a culture of bullying, and they seem to be okay with it, and then they can't figure out why their kids are all messed up.
They're paralyzed by it. Well, they're going to grow into themselves, especially when they're young, like when they're 10, 11, 12. Everybody's been a tween before. It's not your best look. You're trying to figure out what the heck's going on in the world. Sometimes they don't have the money. Sometimes they don't even know what their style is. And they're just figuring things out. So leave them alone. There's a worship of material wealth. How big does the house need to be? How fast does the car need to be? Who gives, like, what kind of clothes you have to wear? At some point, like, what does it even matter? It's nice to have nice things. I'm not saying to walk around not proud of who you are, but there's a level of silent competitiveness. Look at my car, look at my house. You have 2 kids and your house is like sprawling forever. But how much is that just a total waste? Just showing off, flexing to the world, saying you're doing better. And it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense or difference. It doesn't make a difference. You could probably house like 10 people in there. It's just a level of affluence. It's affluence, but it's just a level of tone deafness, I guess. Not that you have to live in a one little bedroom apartment, but something modest that can do the job. It teaches humility, and you can build a whole lot of wealth when you're living within your means. I'm not like loaded or anything like that. It doesn't matter since I was a young adult. I would take 10% of what I make, and that gets used in a way that helps somebody else. I break it up in different areas. So I help the Dementia Society. I help the Heart and Stroke Foundation. I guess I could have more wealth, but you need to remember that we're put on earth to help each other. Thank you for watching Twin Talks today. If you like us, click that like button, and we'll see you next time on Twin Talks. Booyah!
Wasn't bad. Well, when
mic
you're in
on?
the mall and your people watching, I'm like, why are they wearing the socks and sandals? It drives me crazy. Or the people that wear their socks up to here. Like, no. Like, drives me crazy. I don't know.
Wow.